Today I'm going to show you how we turn this $10 piece of wax into a $4,000 sterling silver trombone mouthpiece. Hello and welcome to Bob Reeves Brass. Today we're going to be making a sterling silver trombone mouthpiece. There's very, very few of them out there in the world. A few are made back in the big band era. It's a different kind of sound, different response that players get just because it's a different, more dense material. So it's a bit of a process and lots of unique things we have to do because it's a lot more difficult to work with. But you know, there are a lot of challenges just to get to this point even to make our blank. Normally we'd turn this whole piece down on a CNC, but it's just so much more cost effective to at least start with a cast blank. I took the piece of wax we had and cut it down to our size of our trombone blanks so that then we could take it to our CNC and cut out the rough wax, and we're machining that into the shape of the blank, which then will be taken to our casters to make the actual solid sterling silver mouthpiece. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up this end of the casting so that I can actually hold it. You know, obviously there's a lot of rough material from casting process that needs to go away. And the problem is if it grabs, it leaves a really bad surface that you have to deal with. So it's like even slower going until it cleans up. I just finished with my first roughing drill on the back end. I'm going to take another one a little bit bigger just because I want to take out as much material as I can to start. Okay, now I'm going to turn around, so start doing the front of the mouthpiece. 44. That's 62. Okay, so 62, 362. Okay. So I finished my roughing work on the back end. I got it back around the front, and now I'm going to actually do the rim and cup of the mouthpiece, the hole through everything. I just wanted to make sure I had taken some material away in the back, so when the end points meet, it's not all the way through, because that'd be a lot more difficult from the front. See, if this were brass, like, those would be tiny little pieces coming off instead of one big string. Just double check. This is a micrometer. This measures the part, and I take the reading from the micrometer and enter it into the digital readout. So it has a scale. This under here actually is a scale that as I move this slide back and forth, it knows where the position of the tool is. So it's like if I want to take 5 thousandths off or 10, whatever I'm taking, I just dial it in because it reads as this scale or as this slide moves. It'll read the distance it moves. This should be my last cut on the diameter here. So now I cut the OD of the mouthpiece. I'm going to now put the hole through because the material in the center has to go somewhere when I'm cutting the cut. So to through the hole, and the next will be the rim and cup. Feels good. This is like watching paint dry. With the drills are for making holes, reamers are precision, so. Get some color on there, actually. This is like the #1 tool I use in this whole shop. Writing things down, making marks, you know, so by putting the color there, I know when it's going to finish cutting the surface of the rim. Because once that color's gone, that whole area is cut. So it's always here. Always in the pocket. All right, I just finished my last cut on the rim and cup for the sterling silver mouthpiece. Everything turned out really good. I mean, the silver is pretty difficult to work with, but you know, it's just a part of the process of knowing how to do it and dealing with it as it comes. But looks really good to me. I'm happy about it. Next step is going to be doing the shank and the backboard. So the reason why I did the front in that lathe is that it's just a more rigid machine for the most part. This is a more of a general purpose machine that's a tool room lathe that's much more rigid and strong and consistent. Now that I finished the backbore, which is the inside on the end here, the next step is going to be cutting the shank. Okay, so the shank is done. Next thing to do will be just cleaning up some of the roughness from the casting. We got to do our letters. After that, flip it around, do just some finishing on the front end, and then polish it, and we should be done. That's good. So we just polished this up, and we're going to do some lettering and you know, put our name on it and the model and that stuff, and put it in.